Good. Another morning, man. Morning, world. You know what it is. Another day, man. Another day. Have to get I actually woke up hella early, like 5:30. I tried to go back to sleep. Took around like 20, 30 minutes. Just ended up staying awake. So I decided, like, all right, we're gonna eat early. You know, or me, I'm gonna eat early. Sit there, eat. Take my time, wash some dishes. You know, restock some toilet paper rolls in the bathroom, type shit. Things like that. You know, just getting stuff situated. Just like small things. Like normally, I'm just trying to rush out the house. Normally, just trying to rush out. I'm just trying to rush out the house, get out of there. Let's get on live. Let's go do something. Let's get out the house. Let's go do something. Let's get to work. Excuse me. Today, I'm like, man, let's just take our time. Wake up early, take our time. The sun is shining straight through the window. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna flip the camera in a sec. Let me get across the street though. Ain't trying to be too distracted, but I'm gonna show you in a sec. And I'm gonna show you what that's about. But yeah, man. I don't know. Slow motion today. But as usual, when I get to the I think that library opens at 10, so once they open around 10 o'clock, excuse me, when I'm done here, they're gonna be open around 10. Get straight to there, get back to the Monster Hunter, get back to I would have normally been doing this if I was fucking off my days and let's monetize fucking off, right? You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Bam, through the trees and whatnot. See it? Ah, springtime, man. Back to the grind, man. Just back to it. All I kept thinking about on Friday, Friday was like the time I took a break. I pretty much I did 2 lives and then I was hanging out with my friend and we grabbed dinner and everything. And I'm like, you know what, man? This is cool, but who gives a fuck? Like, I'm trying to be funny. This is cool, but I could be doing this. I could be tapping in with the world. You know what I mean? I could be getting it on live. I can tap in. Why wouldn't I? If I had the time. If I have the time to do it, why wouldn't I do it? You know? So I want to spend my days. I'm over here calculating too. I'm like, damn, I spent this much on dinner. Just pizza, pasta, and a soda. All right, it's whatever. But I made it happen. Sometimes you need moments like that in life. Spend a little more money throughout the weekend. After the tournament, went to Burger King. Some unnecessary things, but at the same time, it's like I just reflect a bit. Like these are the times I kind of needed. I was sitting there locking in, cutting down on meals. You know what I'm saying? I was doing the intentional fasting and whatnot weeks before, but here I am, just kind of finding the balance, the enjoyment of life, as much as I'm trying to preserve myself. You know what I mean? So, got 2 things going on, man. A whole lot going on. But nonetheless, we're here. Name a car you can edit. Man, this guy comes in and says it every time. It might be a new person though. I'm telling you, man, get a Cadillac in there. Just throw a Cadillac, bro. 86. Go 86 Cadillac. Let me just say 86. Really 88. But 86, 88, whatever. Yeah, edit that one, man. That's funny because there's always someone that drops in and asks the same question. I don't know if that's you or someone new. But I appreciate you. You're bald. What color? Ooh. Damn. Do like baby blue, like light blue. Like that old school color. Is that what it is? Like baby blue, turquoise, whatever? Turquoise, like that kind of color? That old school car color? Is that what it is? Yeah. All right. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, I like the old schools, man. I be seeing them every now and again. The sun is coming out. Oh, no, you're welcome, man. You're bald. You're welcome, bro. Now the sun is coming out. Old schools and classics are coming out too. You see them driving down the street. I was filming one last time. It was like a white something. I don't even know what kind of car it was. I wish I could have asked the dude what it was, but he was stuck at the red light. You know, someone stuck at the red light. You don't want to walk up on him. That sounds crazy. Oh, you're a girl? My bad. But even then, I appreciate it, bro. I'm just saying, bro. But you know, you get Riz is in the building. What's good, Riz? My guy, Rody. Rody is here, bro. Shout out to Rody. You know? But yeah, man, that's what I'm on. Every morning, get into it. That's how I'm gonna spend my weeks. I'm gonna spend these weeks, you know? You're gonna see me locked in doing this. Get into it like this. I appreciate everyone dropping in and out. Showing up to the live. I appreciate the love. Excuse me. Showed up to the live. I appreciate it, man. Showing love right here. There you go. Yeah, man, I'll be back at it this week. I put 2 hours in last night before I went home. Now I got this going. Trying to stay active. Stay doing it. I want you to think about that, man. You got the time of day. What you would normally do for free. What can you do? To put some hours in to deposit something. I'm gonna tell you something, man. One time I went to school for a central service technician, aka sterile processing. I did that shit back in 2018. First quarter, 3 months, you're in school. You're in school for 3 months. Second quarter, 3 months, excuse me, up to 3 months, you're doing externships. And they find you a location where you do 400 hours. This is unpaid service, unpaid work. So I've done 400 hours of like labor, bruh. Done it before. I'm doing a breakdown in the decontamination side. I'm on the decontam side, doing breakdown for surgical equipment. That's 400 hours you got to put in that service, bruh. You got to do that. Now we got to drop another 4,000. We at 900 something right now. You got to do another 4,000 and just this. You don't see me breaking my back. You know what I mean? You see me, you know, when I'm charging up, you see me log in and utilize the hours again. Every time I need to charge up, I redo things. You see me doing this. Riz was good. Already, what's going on? So you're gonna see me throughout the whole day. Already's gonna be here all day. Already's gonna check on me all day, so we're good. But yeah, we are good because the roadie's gonna be there, dropping in. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna drop in. You there, man? What do you mean? Wait, I didn't know if you were gonna say something. Were you about to say something, Rudy? Let me know because I'm gonna grab a coffee, get things right. Yeah.
It work for you? Am I invisible? I come in and it doesn't even make a sound.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just said the same thing. Like it didn't make a sound. You know, what if the hair is reflective of the sensor? That could be a thing. You might be onto something. There you go. Let the locks go. There you go. Roscoe, what's good? Yeah, Rody said nothing. I don't know. I don't know what he meant. Oh, Rody's there. Yeah, that's one way to get away with it. There you go.
I deleted all my.
Roscoe, Rody, what's good?
It's masking.
Rody, you in school?
I just do masking on now.
I think he's in class.
Totally private.
You got to mow the yard, Roscoe. I'm grabbing coffee right now, man. I'm grabbing me a coffee. You see the mic right here? Yeah. I don't know if it's in the way, but yeah. Are you gonna film it too? Are you filming it?
I will do whatever it takes.
Yeah, so
I'll make a big
tomorrow.
note at home.
Yeah, but you can only. I'm the only one that can handle it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
So it's
Thank
just
you
me.
so much.
Yeah.
I will see you tomorrow.
I gotta know.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Take care.
Morning. How's it going? Yeah. Just same.
Yeah. Black.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Sorry. She
Oh.
lives in the neighborhood, so we always like let her pay later type thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure what was going on. Yeah. How's your morning going? Yeah. If you don't want to be on camera, I'll face it towards me. So I'm trying to up it. Yeah. Let me flip it. There we go. It's all black. Yeah. I asked him last time, so I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Did he say okay?
No.
No.
So no, so okay, cool. I respect it. Yeah. Cool.
I
Cool.
didn't think you'd ever want to do
Right.
How many are on?
Right now it's only 3. There was 8 a while ago. They might be leaving because it's all black. That's all right.
I'll put it back on. I don't want you to lose.
There we go. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, people come in and out throughout the day, so it's pretty good. I try to do as many as possible. Like a few dedicated. Yeah.
All the gamers are asleep because they probably play all day, all night. No sugar, right?
No sugar. Yes. Do you have a sleeve?
Yes, for sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Not walking around the neighborhood?
I'll walk around. Sometimes I'll sit down. I think because it's nice. I want to sit somewhere with the sun. I usually sit. Do you know this one right here? On what street is that? Pine. Yeah, there's that one.
The high spot?
Yeah. Oh, it's like on the corner. Yeah, and then sometimes I'll sit over here, but then there's kids usually, so yeah, I don't want to get in the way. But yeah. It's mainly like just talking and then like games on the live stream. So it'll be like a game live stream, and then I'll sit there and chat with people. So different people kind of come in and out. Oh, well, it's funny. I think if like oh, sorry. Very good, good. Thank you. I think if there's like background music, as long as I'm talking through it, it doesn't all the way register, which is kind of good. So I like that aspect about it. But yeah, cool. Thank you. Yep. All right, let me get it to the park, man. Let me get to there's a certain side of it I like to go to because at least I get a little bit of stairs in. I got my incline walking up the hill, but I like to kind of more of a stairs person, even though that shit hurt. Ooh, excuse me. Shit hurt the quad and whatnot, especially over time. But yeah, man, all good today, man. Shoot, as long as the weather rocking like this, we good. You know what I mean? As long as the weather's good, we good. That was crazy though. That was I don't know. I guess there's some lady that lived nearby. She was saying that so when you walk inside the store, they have a sensor. It kind of beeps off. Maybe it beeps off like when you walk underneath it. Like when you open the door, when you open the door, it has that sound. And like when you walk under it, it has like a little sensor that it's pretty much it gives off a signal to the people that work at the store. Well, she walked in and she kind of had like really whitish blonde hair. So she's like, "How did I bypass the signal, but you didn't?" Because I came in right after her. I was like, "I don't know. I didn't really hear it. I just got in here." And I looked at it, I was like, it might be the top of the hair, you know. It might have just been so bright that the sensor couldn't pick it up. You know, that's my thought at least. That's my theory. You know, how's it going? That's my thought and theory. So I don't know. Can't prove it. But yeah, let's get it over here, man. I hate to be that guy. I'm gonna have to meet the mic in a second. We'll see. We shall see. But whoever chilling with me today, man, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Back to it, man. We checking in with the public. We checking in with the world. You know, checking with the public and the world. We getting right. People out here, man. We gotta see. Gotta put some trust in it. Some trust in the community right now. Let's see though. Let's see though. I ain't trying to bring the phone with me in the bathroom. I'm gonna mute it too. Guarantee I'm gonna mute it. I was out here last night. Some funny shit. Yep, as usual. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, man. You know I don't like to leave my shit unattended, but yeah, let me go find the bench. Right one. I'm trying to get some sunlight out here. We need that sunlight. Marvin, what's good? How you doing, Marvin? Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for that. Want to sit where the sun can see me, or I can see the sun. Marvin, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll sit right here maybe. Now, like I said, I was posted up here last night, but we back at it. 2 hour joint. But that's all. But that's crazy. No, that's crazy. See either that or I just be sitting at the bus stop. But I like propping the stuff up. I'm gonna walk to the others. The other part, man, they got a better table that I can use. You know what I mean? They got a better table. I like sitting there. I'm not, you know, as long as I'm in the neighborhood, I ain't far from the library. You know, get my little hours and steps in and whatnot. Maybe I'll walk and talk. Perhaps I will, but for now, I enjoy propping the phone up. You know, having the cup in the hand is kind of tough. A little tough. But at least this time I get to walk through why it's only me watching. Where did everyone go? Everyone came in and out. You know, some people showed some love in the beginning. Some people drop in the beginning. And I kind of just do my thing. So, how's it going? Some days, like, I'll just sit there. Marvin, I'll just post up somewhere. You know, but every now and again, a lot of these people that got love for me, they'll just leave a like, which is really dope. I always appreciate it. You know, and yeah, they'll come in, show some love, and then they'll dip. So if you're the only one here, I appreciate. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate it, man. I'm just going through my. This is my. You know, I'm gonna say daily. It's not my daily thing, but this is what I'm doing as of today. You stay tuned with me all day, man. You're gonna see me just out here putting in the work. Got to get the hours in, right? Got to get the hours up, right? So this is what it looks like. You know, wake up in the morning, give myself some time to get, you know, situated and whatnot. Walk through the neighborhood, maybe find some place to sit down, maybe. You know, post up, whatever. Chat it up with the world. Chat it up with anyone that drops in on me. Cool, I be meeting new people on the internet, low key. You know. Do I have a son? Nope. I do not have a son. That's why I'm able to do this. Honestly, if I had a son, I might be filming myself, conducting myself, doing fatherhood stuff. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this too. Is like the things you would normally do in life. I'm not saying you have to monetize it, but why not? if it can get you some other stream of income. So there's some people that kind of take it really far, and then they film and they manufacture funny stuff happening in people's lives. Like, you ever seen those channels where people will film the baby interacting with a dog or a puppy, and they start narrating, oh, this is what the puppy thinks, this is what the baby thinks. Like, I wouldn't go that far, but I would just document shit and then do all those little cute noises. But I'm like, I'm not really into that, but I'm not mad at people who do it. Because some people, I remember, like, I had an ex-girlfriend, we used to just kind of lay in bed and watch shit like that. We'd watch little slice of life shows, you know what I'm saying, just watching shit like that, like it was cool, like it was something to do. But it's appealing, depending on who you with, whoever you laid up with or whatever. It's a good little thing, whatever, right? But yeah, so my days just happen to be like this. I just happen to, I'm gonna put the camera on, so people are gonna see me just walk through doing my thing. I got my Mother's Day hat on. It's the Mother's Day hat. You know what I'm saying? It's the Mother's Day joint. Tie-dye pink. Rest in peace to my mom. So I got this. Same year that she died, maybe like a month later type shit. I was looking for it. It was actually the last one in stock in my size, 7 1/4, fitted size. It was actually the last one in stock at the branches I was looking at. A little bit of background story for that. You are a 10? Wait, you're a 10? You're 10. What's going on, man? That's what I'm saying. How are you guys getting like a hold of, you guys have phones or like iPads or whatever? That's crazy. Dude. I don't know if you met Arodi. He's in here too. He has 2 accounts. But Arodi has gone. Arodi is like, oh no, he's 6. I'm sorry. He's 6 years old. But yeah, he drops in on us sometimes. I know. A lot of people find my stuff from the Beyblading and the gaming content. So it's kind of cool to connect generations. I'm just showing people stuff I grew up on. And then, if, I don't know if you had Beyblade where you're at, but you should go out to an event, meet some people, go with your parents, ask your parents to take you. We have one kid that comes around. He's about 12 years old. He comes to Beyblade events. He beats everyone, man. He's really good. He's 12 years old, 13 years old, something like that. And his brother brings him. So if you bring family out, ask your family members, can you bring me out to events, or if that's something you're interested in, check that out, man. I got more content on that. So I appreciate everyone showing up, showing love, man. This is just what the journey looks like. And I could sit there and censor myself, but I'm gonna show you, man. I'm just doing me. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing me, and I'm gonna be me, man. Try not to setting a bad example, but at the same time, I understand my responsibilities, man. But yeah. Now I'll be trying to mob just through the nice neighborhood, nice part of town type shit, keep it low key, keep my energy on a good one. I ain't trying to muddy the waters in no place, but at the same time, I'm trying to just stay on point, being me, stay locked in, and all that, man. Stay locked in on life. So I don't know. Yeah, Marvin looked like he dipped. I think he dipped out. But yes, for those that are wondering, this is my little accountability thing. Keeping shit accountable, keeping myself accountable. Put myself online, put myself out there. You can talk to me, man. Some people just troll. They ain't too serious with how they feel about me, and that's fine, But I welcome the love, If it's from a place of love, I'm gonna welcome it. Why not? That's how I'm feeling, at least, right? That's how everyone else should feel. I think everyone should tap into that. People feeling all type of ways just in the comment sections, hiding behind screens. I'm like, hold on, let me show you my face. You can talk to me, man. You can actually show up and talk to me, and I might see it. The thing is, if I actually blow up from this, which is going to be kind of crazy, because I got to think about that. I got to be ready for that too a little bit. It's like I got to be careful, because when that happens, I'm not going to be able to address everyone. So I'm only, in these beginning stages, I'm only going to talk to my friends and the legit people that tapped in with me. That's why for me, for my mind and my mental, when I see it, it's easier for me to set certain people as moderators and people that really fuck with me, because when I see them names, I'm gonna talk to them. It's my people. They've been tapped in from the beginning. These early stages, these early ones. Marvin, I don't have Snapchat. Marvin, I don't use any social media. This is the only social media I use is YouTube. I have an IG and I have a Twitter. I just don't use it. I just made it so nobody take the name, bro. But I'm off. I got off social media in 2021. 2021, I got rid of everything. I had IG. I was on there a lot with just trying to communicate with friends and whatnot. But you know, got rid of it. Yeah, I just got rid of that joint. That's crazy to think about. Was that 2021? Yeah, it was. That's crazy to think about. Why does everybody use Snapchat, man? That's crazy. Everybody be on Snapchat. Damn, I wish Jax was here. I know he's on that shit, I think. That's sad, man. He's not gonna be here for a month. A whole month without his phone. That's sad, bro. I still think about that shit. I just feel responsible for that shit. Feel really bad, man. But yeah, that's life, right? Hey, morning. You said Brazil can use it with your internet. Oh, my bad. Brazil can use it with your internet to call your friends. You don't need WhatsApp or. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, yeah. I know it's really cool. I heard it's really good with communicating. Some people be doing little sneaky links on that joint. I be seeing that all the time. Let me see the retracted, bro. Hold on, let me see it. No, that's the one I just read. Brazil. Why'd you retract it? Why did you take it out? Let's go. Wait, why'd you take it out, man? It wasn't that bad. You didn't say nothing bad. You didn't say nothing bad. But no, yeah. I don't use it, man. I don't want to. It's funny because my guy Z, we're trying to all go live, like all three of us. So then I had to make a TikTok. I didn't want to make one, but I have one too. I just don't be using it. But I might make one post and then just let people show up on the, come to the YouTube or whatever. So I might make one post. We'll see. I mean to say other people's. Oh, I don't know. I don't know much about it. Oh shit. I don't know much about it. I just don't use it. I just don't use it, man. Yeah, I don't use it. Oh, so where do you live? I just thought about that. If your dad's working here, are you somewhere else? That's crazy. Yeah, but be careful with the information. Never mind what I said. Be careful with that. Yeah. Yeah, never mind what I said, Marvin. I'm just piecing two and two together. I realize what you were saying now. But if your dad's working here, do you know where he's working at? Fuck, never mind. You're like 10, bro. Never mind. Don't answer that. Don't answer that shit. You're 10, bro. Don't answer that shit. Yeah, don't put your family's business out there. Be careful. Let me switch the subject on you, bro. You fuck with trees, bro. I be walking through here. I be looking at the trees all the goddamn time. Look at this giant tree. Yeah, don't listen to none of that shit, Marvin. Forget what I said. I thought, I keep thinking I'm having a conversation with like a regular person, but it's a kid. Here we go. See this giant tree? This is what I be filming all the time, man. I'm trying to switch the subject on you so you don't tell on yourself. We had a kid who was telling us how old he was and how old his sister was. I was like, bro, chill the fuck out. Do not give out that information, dog. Chill the fuck out, which is funny. Yeah, big ass trees. That's how we living out here. Big oxygen. We got an older one over there. Where's the roadie at, man? You like the hat? So the hat is a Mother's Day hat. It was a Mother's Day hat for the Seattle Mariners. And the thing about that was my mom had died in 2022. So this is the specific hat from 2022. I bought it after she died. Just because I knew they had Mother's Day hats, I kind of just wanted it. And yeah, it's like a long story. It's a long story about that. But yeah, I live in Seattle, man. I live in Seattle, Washington. But here, look at check out this joint right here. This thing got to be 200 years old. This got to be 200 years old. Because there was one on the other corner. That shit was like same size, but it's probably like 150 years old minimum, maybe 200. I was talking to a guy. He parked his truck. He parked his truck nearby. I said, "How?" I was like, "Man, do you know how old the tree is?" He said, "It might be like 150, 200 years old." I was like, the other two houses, you got these other two houses that are like, it's actually a block, no, 2 blocks down. I'm sorry, over there. He said, "Oh yeah, those two ones." He said, "I just talked to the lady. She said the house is built in 1907." He's like, "It's built in 1907, but the trees have been there since they built the house, so it's at least 100 years old minimum. So those gotta be 200, man. That's just like twice the size." I'm 31, man. I'm 31. You made the edit? I'm happy to hear that, man. Thank you for coming back in. You wish you could live in the U.S.? It's not what it's cracked up to be. You know, it's funny because there's a lot of people who want to leave the U.S. That's the funny part. You ever heard that saying that everybody wants what they can't have? You know what I mean? People want different types of hair. People want different colored hair. People want to live in different areas. People want, people want all types of different things, man. We envy each other a lot rather than loving what we have. So hopefully you learn to love what your environment is. See, this area here is like maybe like 6 to 8 blocks from where I live. If I'm doing the math right, I think where I'm at right now is about 9 to 10. But nonetheless, it's like, I learned to love my section as much as I like coming up here for the peace. You go to places just to enjoy you take what you can from it, right? You do what you will, you do what you can with it. And in this particular area, it's just like, it's a time to really just unwind and relax. A lot of older couples that, they've retired, so they live in these spots and whatnot. And some of them just inherited houses down the line, family wise and shit. They just keep shit together and they just do their little jog, keep energetic and whatnot. Things like that. You're bald, so do me a favor. Do me a favor. Comment on one of my videos so then I could check your stuff out. You just comment and say, "Hey, I'm your bald from the live," and then that way I can check your stuff out. And then after doing that, like I said this before because someone asked me, like, can you follow me? I'm like, if there's a lot of kid stuff on there, if there's just things I don't like, then I won't follow you. I'll just be, I'm being perfectly honest. There's no offense to you. It's just being honest. So if there's like, I know you're doing the edits, but oh my bad. I know you're doing the edits, but I'll check it out though. Just comment on something and then I'll check it out. Just let me know. How's it going? Because I want to see it. If you're talking about the card that I recommended, I want to see it. Yeah, sorry, I'm like stepping on these twigs. I want to check it out though. But your ball, let me know if you heard me. Let me know if you heard me. I don't know if you're still there, but I'll check it out. If you just leave me a comment, I'll find your channel because I can't really look you up right now. If that makes sense, I can't look it up right now. No, I left the house earlier and then I came all the way back. Actually, I wasn't even that far. I was just like in the little walkway. Wasn't even that far. Came back to was to grab some or switch out my headphones. I had to swap out the headphones. Actually, yeah. Today feels delayed, man. Today just feels delayed. Like everything's slightly off beat. Also, they had the pink moon the other night, so I was trying to represent the pink hat with the pink moon a little bit too. Get some representing going on all behalfs and whatnot. Yeah, I'm working up a sweater here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate the life person. They only take donations. What's funny is like, let's say I get more popular. I don't really care about the fame, but I do want a bit of the. Yeah, your ball. Just send me the or leave a comment on one of my videos, and then I'll find your page. But like I said, if I don't you know, if I'm not into your content, I won't sub. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that's why when people sub to me, I'm like, I appreciate it because again, I don't always reciprocate. I'll be honest with you. There's certain things I just keep off of my feed. There's a lot of kid stuff I keep off my feed, but again, I appreciate you being here. So if you tapped in with me, it's all love. I appreciate the love, but don't ever feel obligated to subscribe. You leaving a like and you showing up to comment is more than anything. Some people don't do anything when they show up, and that's fine. Some people troll me, and that's fine. And I entertain the ignorance. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's not about being sensitive or not sensitive. It's about addressing people. Meeting people halfway. So that's where I'm at with it. Marvin, you were saying you hate that live people only take donations. The thing with live people is that, see, the thing is, you got to remember when they're popular, there's so much going on in the feed that they're not going to be able to catch what you're saying, and they're not going to be able to read it in time. It's going to go really fast, Marvin. So the fact that it's moving really fast, they're not going to be able to catch it. So that's what I'm saying. If I get to a point where like it gets popular like that, and I'm not able to keep up, I might only have to read the ones that people are paying. But really, I'm only going to read with the moderators, like the people who are blue highlighted. I'm only gonna be able to read that. So, but right now, like this is just the beginning. So I only have a few people dropping in and out. A few people kind of stick around. So people just drop in, say hi, and then they leave. And that's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. It means the world. So I don't know if I'll get to that point, but I'm patient. Someone asked me the other day. They were like, matter of fact, this was last month. They're like, "What's your accounts? What can I send you some money?" I was like, "Don't worry about sending me money, man. I don't want to worry about it right now." He said, "Are you sure? If you just you put your links up, I'll send you some money. I can send you 100 right now." I was like, "No, no, don't worry about that." And I appreciate the donations, but anyone who wants to donate money, my Cash App is. I did put the link there in my thing. I try to put my PayPal account there so people can find me, but I think you got to go through more hoops to post that up. So I don't know if I could do Venmo. Is there a Venmo link? If there's a Venmo link, I'll put that up there. But I don't really have access to my Venmo right now for some reason. Venmo's a janky ass app for me. It won't let me verify with my own personal phone number. It's kind of weird. So we'll see. But yeah, man, it's really interesting stuff, man. I appreciate everyone dropping in. Marvin and your ball. Just remember to leave a comment so that that way I can find your account and then because I might not remember. Just remind me though. Just remind me. I'll check it out for sure. I didn't know you're actually gonna do it. Someone really. That's what I'm saying. Last week and then last month, someone showed up and said, "Hey, what's your favorite car? I'm gonna do edit." Someone kept asking, and I kept telling them just pick a Cadillac, bro, any Cadillac. And then I just didn't hear from them, so I thought that was you. I didn't know if there's someone switching up accounts and whatnot, but yeah, I'll check it out, bro. When I get the chance, let me get some coffee up in there. I'm just waiting for the library to open. Really, for really. I remember my homie who used to listen to Lil B all the time. That used to be his favorite line. He was like, "For really." Good days, man. It's funny because someone made a Beyblade reference replying to my one of my comments or something. I don't even remember. I don't even know the reference, dog. That's how untapped in I am with a lot of stuff right now, man. All right, let me show you what we're dealing with. It is springtime out here, man. Cherry blossoms on the trees, some of them falling down and whatnot. We just out here at the benches, just living life, man. Living great, doing good, doing great, doing great, doing good. How are you? You know, doing good, doing great, doing great, doing good. How are you? Yep. Favorite sports car? Can you list off some sports cars for me? So I don't really know what counts as that. I know they got like Maserati and all that shit, but I don't know exactly. I don't really know sports cars that well. But yeah, what's going on, Z? Yeah, I don't know my sports cars that well. I don't know. I gotta think a little more about that. Gotta think a little more. Oh, here we are. Z, we back at the boom. Just living life, man. Getting some sunlight and trying to stay warm. I'm actually getting really warm. I'm also drinking coffee though. I'm just like warm as hell. Yeah, Marvin, name some sports cars for me. I got to think about this a little more. I think the only sports cars I can think of, I don't know if this counts, but it's like anything from Initial D. I don't even know, like GTR and all that shit. I don't like the race cars. Are you talking about race cars, man? I just thought about that. I don't really know, man. Got to think a little more about that. I don't know if I know them that well. I don't even drive, bro. Like you see me walking around every day on live. Sorry. Okay, Lamborghini and Corvette. I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, let's go Lambo. I've always liked the look of a Lambo. Let's go Lamborghini. Corvettes are cool too. Corvettes are nice, like especially back like when you were saying Florida. I think Corvette would be cool in Florida if you just have the top down too and just kind of mash through high speed. And it'd be hella hot. It's so hot and humid down there. You know, I went there in January and I'm walking around in t-shirts and shorts, and to them, these guys are walking around in hoodies and jackets. I'm like, bro, what's going on here? Well, I got some shit in my sleeve. But yeah, I went to Florida in January, bro, and to me that shit was warm. I'm like, bro, this shit like bottom 80s, top 70s. This is warm. You know, for me, and these people got like layers on, or not layers, but pants and jackets and hoodies and shit. So they see me walking around, you know, all like it's hot to me, and they're like just asking me questions. They probably thought I was high. So this dude got a t-shirt and shorts on. This dude's high. What the fuck? That's probably what they thought. And everybody, man, all the blacks and Cubans were just like, Papa, what you need? What you need? I was like, I'm just walking through, bro. I'm just walking through. And I was like, what in the world going on? I was like, I probably look high to them, bro, because nobody got shorts on right now. Nobody got shorts and t-shirt on like me right now. Shit, hot as hell. I'm walking around here. I went past the college, Tampa University, the TU joint. There were some students just sitting there with the little university hoodies and motherfuckers had sweats. I was like, y'all ain't. These are Korean kids, like people like kids from Korea type shit, and they got. It's like they was living in Florida. They've been used to that shit. Do you want to name another car or bike? They don't know cold, bro. They just don't know cold. They think 78 is cold. I'm like, how you got a hoodie on and it's 78, and it reached 81 like mid afternoon. Like, what are you guys doing? But I went to the Philippines. I was there October to November, some shit. No, excuse me, November, December. It's December. My cousin's on the porch like this, like doing. My cousin's on the porch doing this. He had a tank top on. He's doing this shit, like he's hot. I said, bro, what is the coldest month of the year? He said, right now. I was like, this is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. You on the porch doing this, trying to get some air, cause it ain't no. See, when you live in Seattle, you get like a cool breeze. There's no cool breeze in the islands, man. It's just hot. It's just heat. It's just heat, humidity, and flies. And you're trying to eat food and shit, and then it's the flies come bugging. That shit crazy. But yeah, no, man, it's. And I asked him, and I remember walking through Manila. There was a dude like sitting at this it was like a food stand or like a stand where they just sell random shit. The dude just had he had shorts on, but he had a jacket, like a full on jacket. I was like, "What's bro doing? You got a straight up jacket on?" I'm over here dying. Yeah, it's different, man. Florida, like when you start going to them tropical places and equator places, man, they live a different life. They're kind of living a good life. I'm not gonna lie. I do need some warmth, but that shit is funny as hell. Wouldn't last more than a week. You get acclimated though. You start getting acclimated because I was tripping I got off the plane at 9. Your phone's at 1%. Damn. I mean, charge it up, man. You don't have to be here. I appreciate you dropping in. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin, I appreciate you being here. You're not obligated to be here, man. I thank you for that though. If your phone's at 1%, you got to charge up. Because what if you got to make an emergency call? You know what I'm saying? What if you have to make an emergency call? So be careful. Your ball. Do you want to name another car or bike? Another car or bike? I got to think about that a little more. I don't know much about them, bro. Bro, all I know, okay, if you say bike, all I'm gonna say is Harley Davidson, but I don't know my models that well. All I'm gonna say is get a Harley. Matter of fact, get one of them joints where like you gotta reach out. You gotta reach out. Not the ones where you're sitting upright and it's like right here, where you gotta reach out. Suzuki's another bike though. That's another bike I'm thinking about. The Suzuki. Suzuki joints is pretty cool. But yeah, man, you get acclimated to the heat. Cause like when I got off the plane, when I got to the Philippines, bro, we got there at night and it was hot. I'm like, it's nighttime, so I had a crew neck and some jeans on. Bro, I had a crew neck and some jeans on at night. Got off the plane. It's like 8 or 10 p.m. type shit. We get off the plane. We start going to my friend's wife's mom's house type shit. That's where we're staying. It's hot at night, and there's just hella roaches on the ground. And the roaches are the size of a slipper. Cockroaches the size of a slipper. Filipinos be like, it's not a brag, but Filipinos always joke around. We're like, bro, I think in the Philippines they got the biggest cockroaches in the world for no reason. Should be the size of a slipper. You think you're putting your slipper on, it's a goddamn cockroach. I was like, why are you this huge? It's just a giant plate of armor. It's a giant crunchy plate of armor, bro. That shit crazy. Like, I don't know. It's a different world. Salamanders just be on the fucking like we're just outside on the porch trying to drink and like have fun, just like family time type shit. You turn your head, you just see hella salamanders, whatever you call them, little lizards and shit, just crawling around. I mean, Florida has that too. Florida be having small lizards, iguanas, and then like was it alligators and shit, crocodiles. That shit is crazy as fuck. My friend was from Miami. I let him know. I was like, bro, I'm going to Tampa. Am I going to be okay? Do I got to watch where I step? He said, you up there, man. You ain't got to worry about gators, bro. It's not from Miami. This just be gators that walking around like dogs type shit. When I was in Tampa, though, I just saw hella roosters though. Lizards are harmless. The funniest shit I saw at night, the funniest shit I saw at night. I'm over here, middle of the night. I just walk over to like wash my hands in the sink in the kitchen. I look to the right because on the right there's like a door that goes to the backyard, my uncle's house or whatever. And then there's like a hole. There's like I don't know how, there just happened to be a hole in the corner of the door. And all these frogs came in. There was like 10, 12 frogs just chilling in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck? Turn on the light, I just see these frogs just kicking it. I'm like, this shit looking like, what's that dude? My guy Adam, the Black Ranger, in the first Power Rangers, Adam the Black Ranger, when he got the Toad. Shit was looking like the Toad Megazord. Just big as hell, just sitting here. Just looking at me. There's 12 of them just hanging out. I was like, you guys come inside at night? All right. I guess that's what they do here. And she was freaking me out. I'm just trying to wash my hands, brush my teeth at this. It's crazy, man. I just wasn't used to seeing that many animals. Like I like animals here. Squirrels are pretty cool. Crows, they be laughing at me doing shit, and then raccoons. I kick it with raccoons. I threw a raccoon. I heated up a pizza in the microwave one winter. It was snowing outside. I kept opening the door, and I was FaceTiming my cousin living at one with like farm and nature. It's just crazy out there. And then I remember I got a head nod from a water buffalo when I was in Mindanao. I was like, "Yep, that guy. I don't know." He just looked at me and just nodded his head, and I was looking at him like, "What the fuck?" He was just eating. It's a whole nother world, bro. It's a whole nother world. But over here, like I remember, it was like one of those snowy days, and my cousin in the Philippines never seen snow. So I FaceTimed him. I was like, "Let me show this guy some snow." I said, "Hey man, how you doing? Look, we're just having fun. We're drinking at the house." And I opened the door. I said, "Look at all this snow." So I kept going outside. I was like, "Look at all the snow." And then I pointed it outside. And we saw a raccoon like kind of outside of our door, kind of in the walkway. It's between houses, between like the shed and like a house kind of thing, like in between the fence. So then I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Look at that, that's a raccoon." And like he never seen a raccoon in the Philippines. He was like, "What is that?" So I started zooming in. I was like, "They're basically like little bears, or like little bears that live in the neighborhood. They pretty much were here before they started building houses and stuff. So the raccoons were here first." I said, "Okay." So then I went to the microwave, heated up a leftover pizza. I threw the whole slice to this dude. You know what I'm saying? A little pepperoni joint. Threw him a whole piece. The dude started eating the pizza. He's like, "What? They just be eating those?" I was like, "They eat everything. Like if they find a way inside your trash can, they'll eat whatever's in there." So yeah, we had to explain to him what raccoons were. I was like, raccoons is just some anywhere there's woodlands. I don't know if they got raccoons in the desert. I don't know if they got them Southwest. I don't think they got them in Arizona, New Mexico. I don't. Do they got raccoons in Texas, bro? I'm pretty sure they got them in Louisiana, but I don't know if they got them over here. I mean, over down there in the desert. I feel like raccoons is a worldwide thing, but I could be wrong. It might just be some like forest type shit, little bears. That's the funniest shit is like, I heard that explanation from a friend a long time ago, and that friend was from Louisiana. He was like, "Bro, those are little bears when you think about it, because when they get mad, they really fight like bears, and this is the way they operate, and they move like bears, and they kind of crawl like them too. They're sluggish. They're not as fast as cats. Cats be moving hella fast. Cats are hella fast. Foxes are their own thing. Foxes like a cat dog, and the motherfuckers swim. Foxes are dangerous. They're like swift, but then they're like dogs at the same time. Like they look like they come from the wolves. Yeah, I fuck with animals, bro. I fuck with animals. I remember I went down a rabbit hole trying to study up. Your grandma had fox? Man, she's a real one. God damn, I'm scared of foxes. Ooh, I forget that you can kind of domesticate them. I mean, people do have wolves, so that makes sense. Foxes was dope. Hell yeah. What do they eat? I know like they probably like fish and stuff like that, but I always wondered what foxes eat. Like, what is the normal thing that you would feed them? Because how dogs be eating dog food and shit. I know foxes be like, no, don't give me that. Give me some real venison or whatever. That's crazy. Craziest animals you had were two monkeys and they eat meat. Yeah. I don't know this. I don't know if you ever heard about this dude. I don't remember. I can't remember when you told me when you first moved here. Fish is in the building. What's going on, Fish? What's going on, Fish? We're just talking about animals right now. Too. We're talking about animals, and then that fish shows up. That's crazy. That's crazy work right there, right? But nah, man, we had this. We had this dentist when I was growing up. He was like a I don't know what you call the dentist that works with kids, but he was an orthodontist, so he could actually do adults and kids. But he mainly had a clinic for kids, and he would just work off of parents' insurance and stuff. But that used to be my dentist as a kid. So we would go there. His name was Dr. Fleege. So like I said, I don't know how long you've been here, but there was a lot of controversy around Dr. Fleege because when you go to Dr. Fleege's office, if you work in his specific room, if you're getting work done in his specific room as a kid, in the corner of the wall, there was like this weird big see-through kind of cage. It was like a see-through plexiglass, whatever you call it, kind of cage. And there was a monkey that would live in that little cage. And he would just watch us when we're getting our teeth, or getting our teeth worked on. And he would just be up in the corner just like yelling at us sometimes. Sometimes the monkey is chill, but sometimes he'd look down and start just tripping and yelling and shit because he was in such a confined space. But Dr. Fleege started getting all this flack from other people because some parents were like, "Hey, I don't know how I feel about this guy having a monkey, a real life monkey, just like in the room while my kids getting their teeth fixed and their teeth cleaned." You know, some parents showed concern. I think my dad really didn't care about it, but at the same time, we kind of thought it was cool. We're just like, man, this dude got a straight up monkey in his whatever. And then there was other days he'd bring his dogs to work, and it's kind of a small clinic. The more I look back at it, and the dogs he would bring would be like these big ass Dalmatians, tall Dalmatians. So it's like these giant Dalmatians and then this random little monkey just sitting there. You know what I mean? So then like I don't know. Looking back, like I thought it was cool. I was like, oh, this is kind of some cool shit. But to think that like if that monkey ever broke out the cage, bro, the little glass cage, I understand why those parents were like concerned. But the Dalmatian's fine. Dalmatian's okay. But yeah, that dude was tripping for that. But as a kid, I know right, as a kid I was hyped. But I like I don't know, man. The older I am, I'm like that is kind of crazy. Like a monkey just above you in the corner, and then you're just sitting here like this, with the little. Nah, man, that's kind of crazy. And that monkey used to scream at us, bro. There was one time I just kept looking at him like, I wonder what he's gonna do. So I'll try to, how you smile at a cat or a dog or a baby or something like that, you get a response from it. Monkeys, I don't know. That shit kind of crazy because smiling at the damn monkey, this dude started yelling. He was like, "Get me out of here!" He was just banging on the. I'm saying, dude, like it was a dentist. He had a monkey in his office. It was crazy, but there was some other weird unlawful practice kind of stuff that people were like, all right, you got to take the monkey out. So they let him keep his certification or whatever. But he just took the animals out. He was like, you just can't have animals in the clinic. His thought was to just make the kids comfortable because we like animals. We fuck with animals. And in his office, there was like a wide area where there's like an aquarium, right? There's an aquarium, there's an arcade in the corner. And then in between that, they had this, those little horses like that you put the quarters in? You put the quarter in the horse and it starts rocking like an emotion. They had one of those. So it was like a little horse thing, an arcade, aquarium. And then like on the other side where there's a seating area, there was just like a TV and people would just be playing Pixar films and shit. But my bad. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. I don't know why it censors that, but yeah. I know the monkey's crazy. Monkeys are dangerous. My sister felt the wrath when I was younger. Oh, did the monkey attack her? No. Fuck it being dangerous. He just chill like that. The monkey, man, it's like he was yelling though. And there was one time where like I think he took the monkey out the cage and was like cradling it like a baby, and he was like in complete control. So I got to see the monkey close up and not from a distance. But that was kind of crazy. And I was like, I'm a kid, so I'm over here trying to be tough. Like, oh shit, let me see the monkey, but I'm scared though. Like I'm hella scared, but I want to see the monkey. Yeah, it was a weird time, man. I don't know if Dr. Fleet, and this is gonna sound weird, but I don't know if he was inspired by Michael Jackson. Like, let me get a monkey too. I want to own a monkey. But all this dentist money I got, all this insurance money, I'm gonna just cash out. Grab your hair from the other side of the cage. Oh no, slamming her head against it. Hey, monkeys are hella strong too. That's the thing. That's the scary part. Monkeys are hella strong. There was one. I don't know. I can't remember which specific kind it was. I don't know if it was like a baboon or something. Chimpanzees are hella strong too, but bro, they like I don't know if you remember that story of the monkey that slashed the dude's face. He just clawed at it, and basically all the skin came off. That's just fingertips when you think about it. That's just the fingertips. Them dudes are strong as hell, and then they have teeth like canines. They have those sharp. I mean, we have them too technically, but they have those ones that really stick out like canines. So they have a lot of things going for them. Like even though they love eating fruits, man, they'll eat anything. They can kill anything. Damn, their monkeys are strong as shit. Very yeah, monkeys be hella strong. That's crazy to think about, man. I was gonna ask, do you know the type of monkeys that grandma had? I was wondering about that too. I was wondering what happened to that dentist, man. I think my brother was telling me that that's all the weird, like the complicated, because he kept getting called out for his practices and things like that. When that kept happening, I guess it finally caught up to him when they shut down the clinic. But it was a dope little space. I didn't mind going there. I think when I got older, it was just kind of like whatever. I actually got my braces done over there a long time ago. My two front teeth right there, snow macaque. Snow macaques are some of the smartest ones too, from what I heard. At least, I don't really know, but that's what I heard. They also have like a deep. Do you know about the snow macaque experiments, where they had some that were in captivity and they had some that were still in the wild? I don't know if you ever heard about that, but I'll probably tell you anyway. It's like it relates to mass consciousness basically. Long story short, there was these snow macaques that were in captivity, and there were some that were in the wild. But some of them live next to like sand and water and shit like that. So kind of like these beach type of areas or whatever, right? So there were the ones that were in captivity. Maybe they weren't snow macaques, but they were macaques nonetheless. But the ones that were in captivity, when they would get fed, they would throw like these potatoes into the enclosement, and then when they got thrown into the enclosement, the adults would they would eat it, and then they'd have to spit out the sand. So the adult monkeys would eat it, spit it out the sand. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like thrown in the sand, a little enclosure. Then eventually, when the babies were born, the babies grew up a little bit. They took the potatoes and they started dipping it in the water to get the sand off, and they would eat it. So they just, then it started to pass on. The elders like, oh, let's just do what the kids do. We just dip it in the water, get the sand off, and start eating it. So then randomly, these macaques that were of the same breed and species or whatever, that were actually not in captivity but were just in the wild, they started doing shit like that too with all of their food in the wild. They started dipping it in rivers and water and just cleaning dirt and stuff off it and then eating it. So it was like the macaques had this thing, like even as they were of the same species, they had this like kind of mass consciousness thing where like they kind of just all knew they were on the same kind of like thing. I mean, bees have that thing too, which is really cool. Like small insects and stuff. Insects are more like hive minded, right? So they kind of follow like a rule or a signal frequency, things like that, magnetism, things like that. Birds are kind of the same way. And it was kind of cool to see like macaques had the same thing with actual practices, especially food related stuff. That seemed really cool to me. Yeah, I guess macaques are strong too, according to what you're saying. That's kind of scary to think about. The fact that they're tapped in that much and then they can do that shit is crazy. That's a crazy thought. Let me grab some of this. Oh yeah. Okay, so anyone dropping in on the playback and anyone that made it this far and just is at this point, I'll go ahead and talk to you about the little pink hat. I got the pink hat going right here. Boom. Pink Mariners hat right here. It's just it's a Mother's Day hat actually. It's a 2022 Mother's Day hat. I actually bought it like maybe a month, no, maybe a couple weeks after my mom died. And I kept looking at it. I was like, it'd be nice if I took my mom to that game and we both got the hats. But I missed it. But then they were selling the hats nonetheless at the stores. So then I remember I went to the actual Mariner store because the Mariner store down at the stadium has everything, all the colors. And I was looking around. It's like, let us know if there's anything you need help with. I was like, specifically, I want the Mother's Day hat, but they don't have my size, 7 1/4. Like, is that right? Okay, 1 second. They walked over to do at the desk. He started making some calls. He's like, hey, what's going on? You got the 7 1/4 Mother's Day hat over there. The pink tie dye joint. They didn't say it like that, but. And then they called in. They asked the little triangle square next to Westlake. And those people are like, yeah, we got actually one left in 7 1/4. You want to sit on the side? And then the dude was yelling on the phone towards me. He's, hey, you want him to sit on the side? I was like, I'll be there in like 10, 15. I'm just catching the light rail. He's, all right, he'll be there 10, 15. Got there in about 10, 15. Showed up. And then as soon as I came in, I was like, how are you doing? What can I help you with, etc. Let him know what was going on. So, oh, you the dude from the other store. You got here hella fast. Showed me the hat. I was just happy to wear it. And I was like, man, you guys don't know what this means to me right now. I was like, I'm happy you got it. The other aspect about it, right? Other aspect is this. I put this moth pin on it. There's a moth pin. My ex-girlfriend actually gave me this moth pin a long time ago. And a lot of it was because she would come hang out, me and my family, and then, my mom and Filipino people would always tell her about these like random superstitions. And a lot of the superstitions were like whenever moths are nearby you or they come to visit you, when moths specifically come to visit you and talk to you and stuff like that, that's your relatives. That's an old Philippine kind of thing. So when I have so many moths in my room, I'm like, I don't know if it's just a dusty ass room. I might just have a dusty ass room, realistically, mixed with some relatives come to hang out. Who the fuck knows? So whenever you see me with a moth, I just be trying to catch it, put it on my sleeve, and then just walk out somewhere and take them somewhere else. I'm always trying to be nice to the little moth, but you know, what was I gonna say? I put the moth pin on there because it's my mom passed away. Put the moth pin on it, get it all connected. You know what I'm saying? Literally after my mom died, I had like 3, 4 moths hovering around me damn near every day type shit. It was some weird shit. It was, I didn't know what to make of it. I was like, you know what, man, this is just relatives kicking it. My mom probably reunited with her mom and some other relatives she cared about. They probably came to drop in and say hello. I can't prove this stuff. This is all spiritual, theoretical stuff, but nonetheless, it felt warm, very warm. So I accepted it for what it was, man. It was love nonetheless. Even if it was from insects. So I rock with the moths, man. That's what it is. Mother's Day hat with the moth pin, pink and gold, keeping that going. I don't know why today I just thought to myself like, let me get that in, bro. I got the Doom hoodie. I got the blue, all blue Doom hoodie going. You know what I'm saying? Riz is back. What's going on? Welcome back, Riz. Got that rocking, and I just got the pink going too. Oh, it's a bulldog. I want to pet the bulldog. But yeah, man, there it is. Appreciate that, man. Riz, what's going on with you, man? Riz, are you making content too? You got to keep posting too, man. Like I said, we got to make Jax proud. When Jax comes back, he's gonna see that we're working hard. He's like, "Yeah, them boys are working hard out there." You know what I mean? How's it going? Is it a bulldog? Pit bull. Can I pet? Is that okay? Oh, all right. I'll be right back. Hi.
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 Say hi, Gertrude.
Hi.
She's 80 pounds of love.
Oh, how are you? My cousin was a terrier and pit bull mix,
Nice.
and very similar coat, more spotted.
Yeah.
Probably white, black, and brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little taller, but yeah.
Coming on 5 years.
5 years. Oh, okay. You've seen it all at that age. Dog years, yeah, you've seen it all. Yeah. No, my neighbor has a pit too, but he's finally a year, but he's still such a puppy. You know what I mean?
So, like,
Just energetic,
yeah.
Jumps around a lot. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's cool. I get it.
She can be a jumper, but really just like, oh my gosh, you're home, right?
Right.
Or you're a new person.
Happy to see you, kind of.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, really, a lot of people perceive her as aggressive just because
was a pit. Yeah.
she's a just stocky girl.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's very friendly.
Yeah.
Just loves being around.
I like that. Thank you.
Apparently, we're going on a walk.
Yeah. All right. There you go. I had to pet the cat. I mean, no, excuse me. Pet the dog. I said cat. Why did I? Pit bull. I gotta check on my neighbor too because I haven't seen the dog in a while. Now I think about it. I don't know if his son took it. Actually, I seen them walk the dog. What day was that? It's last week though. It's Monday now, so yeah, it was last week. I gotta talk to him. I ain't seen that dude in a while. Matter of fact, I seen him last night. I just haven't. When you don't sit down and talk to someone for a while, but then you always run into them and you kind of just say hi, bye, kind of thing. How you doing? How's it going? Just kind of wave and keep going. So we've been having one of those moments, and we're literally like one house away from each other. But we're having one of those moments. So if I see him again, I gotta say hi to him. I've been running into animals all week, man. Past 2 weeks, I've been seeing animals everywhere. I don't know if you guys. Oh no, I wasn't on live, but there was a squirrel. Like I was saying, the squirrel a block from my house that came to say what's up to me, and he was a squirrel that used to come by the house and visit me all the time. But I think the crows bullied him and his family, bro. They was like, they don't even come by here no more. It's just sad. But yeah, I might have to start bringing a little peanuts with me or whatever. Start feeding, peanuts and cashews and whatnot. Start feeding them squirrels, man. Feeding them joints, man. I should have showed the. I might have to. I might do that next live. I might walk in that same area and see if the ladies walk around with the ponies. I don't know if I showed you guys the ponies last time, but I'll show you guys the ponies next time. Z was on live with me when he saw the ponies. That was crazy. I might walk back in that same area just to find the ponies again. I don't know. It was fun going over there. It's funny because now that I've been catching the bus less, man, I just been walking more and I feel a lot better. Like all I really needed this whole time was just to walk out more and get some sunlight. But you can only ask for so much when you're here, Pacific Northwest and whatnot. Let's get moving, man. Let's get them legs moving. We're gonna walk over to the library, get that working. Yeah, man. Funny, I be so tapped in with the community now. It's kind of funny because like the library I usually go to, they had a they had a what do you call this? There's a librarian there. I actually don't know if it's one of my homies' wives. Like, not saying he has multiple wives, but like one of my homies. Like, I don't know if it's his wife. Is what I'm trying to say. And like, she looks hella familiar. And then like, I see the kid. I'm like, the kid kind of look like him, the daughter. But I'm like, kind of looks like him. But anyway, I heard her say like she'll be here there tomorrow. She was kind of just talking with her coworkers. She's like, yeah, we'll be here tomorrow. So I might have to just go up and ask him like, I just thought about this. Are you you still I'm gonna just ask because I don't know. You ever had that thing on your mind and like I don't want to just have it go by the wayside, like swept under the rug kind of thing. Like I'm not saying I have to address everything, but it's one of them. Like I just gotta ask. But even then, like I want to reach out to Bri. The last time I spoke about him, I think I was talking to my coach. My coach was like, "Yeah, he's doing good things. He's just working with young men in the community. I think somewhere down south and doing like a workout workshops with them. So I think everyone seems to be doing all right. Dude came up from a tough life, realistically, man. He grew up in a tough little section, literally on the border of two neighborhoods. So I want to see how the guy's doing. I'm always happy to see him doing good, man. I remember when I think dude got a job at a car dealership or something. Yeah, that's what it was. Car dealership. Yeah, something like that. He was living his best life. Ain't about comparisons though, but a lot of times you look back at everyone who was talking shit and they still ain't shit. The older you get, all the motherfuckers that stayed, all they did was talk shit their whole life. Motherfuckers usually don't end up being shit. The funniest shit. But hey, man, we gonna leave it at that. Got that hour in, hour and some change. I really gotta end it because I really gotta use the bathroom. Get myself situated in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.